The one final segment of the Walt Disney Company that seemed to absolutely be pristine, without fault, without failure, doing the best of bringing classic Disney to you, was the Disney Cruise Line. But now the time is here. Something is losing cheer at the House of Mouse. It turns out that not all might be well upon the seven seas, as it turns out that the Disney Cruise Lines might be in trouble indeed. Today we'll tell you about a discount that has us wondering exactly why Disney is doing everything they can to fill what must be vacant cruise line rooms. Hello folks, we're not here to tell you that the Disney Cruise Line is as doomed as the Galactic Star Cruiser, if you remember that from the Hollywood theme park. That's Hollywood Studios, of course, at Walt Disney World. But rather, we're here to say that there is a rather insane kind of discount happening. And well, if you want to go be on a Disney cruise, which some of you do, and we don't blame you, this would be the time to go because holy cow, the discount is crazy. And we're not lazy, we'll bring it to you right now. But folks, before we do, we ask only one thing. As we get ready to dive into today's video, click that like button and enjoy. We've got a panel of greatness. Ron Bradley from Follow Bradley's Fun. We've got Jonas. We've got Marvin. And folks, let's get started right now. All right, folks, take a look at this out of the Hollywood Reporter. They are bragging up Disney's cruise lines, and we have as well in the past. But now there's one thing that seems to be happening that makes us say, the wind might not be in their sails anymore. This is out of Alex Weprin. It says, behind Disney's next big bet IP at sea. Disney Experiences launched its Disney Treasure cruise ship in December, kicking off a major expansion of its global cruise business. Now, we have been very positive about Disney Cruise Lines. It's one of the only segments of Disney that has been working without cessation at any point. They have done a phenomenal job, and we constantly praise Disney Cruise Lines. That said, something appears to be in the waters. Hang tight, you'll see what we're talking about. On a cool November evening in New York City, a swarm of hundreds of drones gracefully buzzed over the Hudson River, taking shape above a darkened ship floating in the water. What followed was a veritable procession of Walt Disney Company intellectual property, paired with music from Disney classics. The drones formed one character or scene after another, including the genie from Aladdin, Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion, and Dante from Coco. Finally, as Moana's How Far I'll Go played over the sound system, the drones formed the heart of Te-Fiti over the ship, and the vessel's lights flickered on. In a grand finale, the drones formed a popping champagne bottle, and the voice of Disney CEO, Big Bobby Iger, officially christened the Disney Treasure, the newest cruise ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. Just a few minutes before the drones rose above the water, Iger himself addressed a crowd of invited guests at an event space inside the Chelsea Piers Athletic Complex on Manhattan's west side, overlooking the Disney Treasure floating a few hundred feet away in the Hudson. Of course, Josh D'Amaro was there, and Bobby said, it is a shining example of everything our fans love about Disney. Since the launch of the Disney Cruise Line in 1998, our ships have become brand ambassadors that bring our world-class storytelling and the immersive nature of our theme parks to new audiences and new places around the world. So based on the Hollywood Reporter, you would think everything's fine and dandy with the cruise line industry for Disney, and well, up until just recently, we thought so as well. And then I wrote this article on New Year's Day. Disney cruise reservations may be struggling in 2025 based on a newly announced discount. This out of thatparkplace.com. If you're not yet bookmarked, well, you should be. Says Disney Cruise Line's recent promotion offering half-price cruises for kids in 2025 has raised eyebrows across the travel and entertainment industry. The deal, which allows third and fourth guests under 18 to sail at a 50% discount when traveling with two full-fare guests in the same stateroom, might seem like an incredible bargain for families. However, when examined closely, it may also signal underlying challenges for Disney in filling its cruise ship rooms and rising costs and increasing competition. At first glance, the discount is attractive and looks innocuous as a business strategy. However, the average ticket price for a child on Disney Cruise Line voyage is estimated to be around $1,500 in 2025. Now, that can vary because the pricing on these things is tremendously wide. There's a huge spectrum. But if it's $1,500 on average for a kid, A 50% discount effectively slashes that cost to $750 per child. For a family of 4, the savings would add up to $1,500. The only requirement? A Disney Plus subscription. It starts as low as $10.99 per month, or even less during promotional periods when Disney Plus has been offered for as little as $1.99. So for $1.99, you can save $1,500 as a family of 4 on Disney Cruise Line. Now, the article goes on to speculate that they must be hurting to offer what amounts to a $1,500 discount for a family of 4. I don't see any way other than that to read this. Panel, where am I wrong? Is something going on with the cruise lines when they're offering that kind of a discount and perhaps trying to couch it as being a Disney Plus benefit so that they don't have to say, oh yeah, we're totally desperate and we're begging people now. We're at the begging stage. No, they want to couch it in. No, it's Disney Plus perk. Totally Disney Plus perk. Yeah. Disney Plus perk.
This is a trap, Pro. They know that there are sharks in those waters, and they're afraid a kid's going to go overboard and get eaten by one. So they want to make sure that you have a Disney Plus account so that you can't sue.
You went exactly. That is the exact place to go to. The legal protection arbitration clause.
Going back up in the article, I don't suppose there were any drones like forming like Briar Rabbit and with Zippity Doodah playing the classic Zippity Doodah song that was like the anthem of the entire company for about 50 years. No, that wasn't there.
I heard that's been banned now. No more of that.
Unbelievable.
I don't want those darn. You can't sing the happy song, the happy tune of Zippity Doodah. It's not satisfactual.
Yep. And just to kind of reiterate something Pro said at the beginning of this segment here, the cruise ships are the next big capacity push for the company right now. All of the additional capital expenditures are labeled in their financial filings as Disney Cruise Lines. They want to double the size of the fleet. They want to test the capacity here for the cruise line. So when they say they're doubling capacity at Disney Experiences, when they say they're getting bluey at Disney Experiences, really what they're saying is they're buying more cruise ships and getting them out there as soon as possible. Never mind the fact that the cruise builder almost went into bankruptcy. The cruise ship builder, I should say, had to be bailed out by the German government because they were in danger of not being able to make payroll and deliver these boats to Disney. Not Disney Cruise Lines itself going bankrupt, but the shipbuilder. We did cover that on That Park Place. This is something where Disney does not necessarily have to pay their workers what most Americans would consider a living wage. There's a weighted term for you. This is the kind of thing where Disney can scrimp and cut corners and pay a lot less in order to trap people who are definitely on vacation, staying inside of a bubble for a very long time with a lot of expensive upsales. This is one where I think this is the closest thing that Disney has to the original Disney experience. The cell phones don't work as well out there on the ocean as well. Just got to point that out. So they actually do have people trapped in some way. Hopefully they can be trapped in something they will enjoy and have good family memories of.
Well, they're entrapping them for far less money. And listen, this is amazing to me that we had that come out of That Park Place, and almost nobody's covering this. Like, that is one that nobody is covering, that Disney is offering half off for your kids. And basically, if you're going on a Disney cruise, the chances that you don't have Disney Plus are just about nil. So basically, while saving face, they're saving families, thousands of dollars and saying kids are half price. This feels to me like what was the hotel that always said kids eat free?
Was it the Shoney's Inn?
Probably. This is like the Shoney's. We're at the Howard Johnson's. Howard Johnson's of the sea now.
Oh, the Hojo.
Yes. How in the world? We thought that the cruise lines were doing fantastic. Now we've got back-to-back where they announce kids are essentially half off on the cruise lines, and you can come to Disney World during the summer and you'll get 30, 40, 50% off on your hotel, and we'll throw in a free water park, whatever it takes. Don't go to Epic Universe.
Can I also point out the fact that they are defining a child or kid differently on the cruise line than they do in the parks? A kid in the parks is 9 years old or under. On the cruise line, that's 18. So you actually have a lot more availability.
Oh my gosh. Ron, I had not put that together yet. I wish I'd called you before I wrote the article. That's a great, that is a fantastic point.
I mean, you're saving families a lot more money. You cannot, and by the way, they don't really even have kids pricing at the parks anymore other than on food. So this is huge that they're doing this on the cruise line. It is very clear this is the cruise line is not competing with Epic Universe.
Sure, it's not. Sure, it's
not for now. Although Universal has indicated they might be getting into the cruise industry. I would bet their boats definitely have gambling as opposed to Disney's, which may get into gambling.
There's no way on God's green earth anybody's going to convince me that something that represents vacation time isn't competing with something else that represents vacation time. They're competitors. I don't care. But I'll say this on the flip side, right? We're covering this from the Disney financial side. Let me put on my other hat for a moment. If I'm a consumer, if I'm considering going on a Disney cruise at any point, if that's something my kids want to do, the Disney cruises, as far as I know, they're fantastic. And as much as I think the company itself has been driven into the ground, the ships are still sailing on the sea. Whatever is causing people not to make the reservations that has Disney doing this kind of a discount, let me tell you, if you want to do a Disney cruise, taking $750 off the ticket price for a kid, go for it. And if you're getting a better room and a better experience, that saving goes higher. So if you're interested in Disney cruises, go do it right now if that's what you're inclined to do, because my gosh, what a sale. Half off on kids? Good grief.
Yeah, and there's so much for kids to do on a Disney cruise too. Like if you have kids and you can afford to go on one, it is probably the best cruise that you can go on because it's not a party boat. There's no drink packages, so you don't have to worry about unruly, drunken adults being inappropriate. And there's kids clubs. There's so many kids clubs on a Disney cruise ship. I mean, look, I'll be the biggest cheerleader on earth for the Disney Cruise Line. I love it. My wife and I go all the time.
Does this surprise you, Marvin?
Yes, it does, because every cruise I've ever been on for them has been, packed to the gills.
Well, it begs the question then, they're adding to the fleet. Maybe they can't keep up. Maybe they're actually adding too many rooms too fast. I don't know. But if they don't, then guess what? Investors will look at this and say, wait a minute. Why are you not acquiring the ships at the speed you need? And Jonas brought up the fact that the manufacturer could go under if they don't have the opportunity to deliver these ships in an expedient manner. So there's a lot of moving pieces here. I mean, building these cruise ships is incredibly complex. You think about all of the suppliers that have to, provide the materials that go into the ships. I mean, these are massive, massive structures. And so it's so complex. And I just worry that Disney may be damaging what was and what is perhaps their best segment in terms of giving you the Disney fun and joy that people enjoyed. I don't know. Just a thought. Often as we get ready to wrap these up, folks, you'll hear us say, keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun. And the reason we do it is because we appreciate you. It's true, we do. And we want you to have a good time. Thank you for giving us the great time of spending time with you. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment down below because you matter. Your thoughts matter. Who cares what the legacy corporate deadbeat media tells you? You really are important. And we're a testament to that. We wouldn't be here without folks just like you. And since we've said it, we'll say it once more. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.